Oh, really?
Okay.
Put me on trial.
I don't think you put that up there.
All right, as we
Not body over.
filter in, we'll welcome Fairleigh Dickinson student athletes to the stage. We have Darnell Edge, Jaleel Jenkins, and Mike Holloway Jr. And we will remind you to please indicate when you have a question. We'll send a microphone holder your way. And if you can ask your questions in the microphone so everyone hears you, that would be great. And if you can direct your questions to a specific student athlete, that's awesome. If you can't, I'll do that for you and we'll just go with what we got. So let's begin by directing questions to Fairleigh Dickinson student athletes Darnell Edge, Jaleel Jenkins, and Mike Holloway Jr. It always takes them a while to warm up.
Love it.
Hi, Jalil. Can you just talk about that second half performance that you had and just what kind of your mindset was taking over for the Knights?
It was a rough half for me in the first half, and second half, my coaches and my teammates kept telling me just keep playing your game, and second half, there was a lot of spacing for me, getting the gaps and create for my teammates, and that's what happened.
More questions?
2 days in a row we get to do this, guys. Darnell, you broke our school's, Fairleigh Dickinson's, three-point record last night. I know you've kind of had your eye on this for a while, and just now that it's official, you have 200 now made for your career. Just talk about what that means to you.
It means a lot. You know, there's a lot of great shooters in the school's history, so to be at the top of that list is just a great honor. So it's just all the hard work and all the hours I put into the gym and working on my game, it's paid off.
For Darnell, can you just talk about what the last 24 hours have looked like for you guys and what the schedule's been like as far as winning that game and then coming here? When did you guys get on a bus? When did you guys get into Salt Lake and everything that's happened the last 24 hours for you guys?
Yeah, we went right from the game right back to the hotel, got our stuff, hopped on a flight right here immediately. So it's been a long night. I didn't really get a lot of sleep myself. My phone wouldn't stop going off, so it's just a lot of excitement. I know the guys were excited, so we proud to be here and compete.
Mike?
The last 24 hours has been like no sleep. It's just a lot of excitement, a lot of thrill. It was a great win, and like I said, Darnell said my phone was going crazy. Everybody's so excited for us, and we were excited ourselves, and just a lot of celebrating and just not a lot of rest.
Jaleel?
Same thing Mike and Darnell said. Just everyone is just so excited to get ready to play Gonzaga, and we're getting ready to prepare.
Jaleel, could you move that bottle down? That bottle.
Move on.
Take it out. Just there you go. More questions?
John Blanchett from the Spokesman Review in Spokane. Darnell and Mike and Julie, all of you can talk to this. Your coach went through a big health scare from the Final Four last year. Could you tell me a little bit about how that impacted you guys and his recovery and what it's meant to the team?
Coach has been, big for us all the time. And I remember last year when he was going through the whole, issue, he was always just texting us, telling us that he wished he could be there with us. That's all he wanted to be was there practicing with us. So it was just big for us to maintain his energy that he brings. And we just basically just gathered around and just, help support him through the whole process. And that's what we build ourselves on, is just being a family.
For me personally, Coach, that's my guy. He's been my guy since day one. He believed in me, and like when he went down, it like kind of hit me a little bit. Like I didn't really tell anybody, but it hit me a lot. And I felt like I had to like just give him a little extraordinary effort, as he would say, to just give it my all this year. And like it seems to me like that paid off a lot. And we've been dancing. So him going down kind of motivated me, and then it made me a little upset, but it motivated.
Yeah, when Coach was in the hospital, it hurt the whole team, and we knew he was fighting throughout the whole time. So we knew last night we was down, so we knew we had to fight for him.
You guys are coming off your first tournament win in school history, but now tell me what your guys' mindset is as you go up against the Zags tomorrow.
Darnell?
Just continue to play the basketball we play. We won 9 games straight, so we're playing real good. We're playing confident. So just we're gonna have to mix a few things up to be able to compete with their length and their skill set. But like I said, we're playing our best basketball and just being confident, and we're here to keep trying to win. So.
Mike?
We know that Gonzaga is a very good basketball team. We're not underestimating that at all. But we know that from last year, UMBC, that nothing's impossible. So we're going to go in this game confident and trying to win.
Jaleel?
We're just going to keep playing our game, coming in here confident, and just follow the game plan.
More questions? Okay, we'll dismiss the student athletes and wait for coach. All right, we welcome Coach Horrenda to the stage, and we'll remind you when you have a question to please raise your hand. We'll send a microphone holder your way, and if you could direct your question into the mic, that would be great. All right, questions for Coach.
Coach, I'm sure it's been a whirlwind of 24 hours, if that, since you guys got that win yesterday.
Yeah.
I loved your victory dance in the locker room. Can you just talk about when you woke up this morning, your mindset, and then going into the game tomorrow versus Zags?
You want me to tell you the truth? I woke up in the middle of the night, and I had these severe cramps in my and then I realized where I was, and the cramps kind of went away, and I just looked out the window to see what the weather was like, and I saw the mountains of Utah, and everything went away. I mean, we're just tickled pink to be in Salt Lake City in the West region playing against one of the nation's great programs, and we're just excited. You know, we won a basketball game. I don't know how many hours it was. And now we're here to win another basketball game. So quickly after you win the game, and we flew in, and we had a meeting last night about 2 in the morning with the team, and it was, we have to stop celebrating. You'll be able to celebrate the first NCAA victory for Fairleigh Dickinson University for the rest of your lives. But now we have 24 hours to prepare for a team that is really, really good, really, really well coached in their region. We're probably the most Eastern team in the conference, in the tournament, and now we're out here in the West region. So it's just exciting. It's going to be difficult. We know that. We're going to take it one possession at a time and try our hardest and do our best. And in totality, to answer your question, I'm really excited.
Coach, with yesterday's big win and tomorrow's primetime game against Gonzaga, what does it do for the university to be on this stage?
Yeah, I think last or two night, was it last night? We did a lot for our university, but guess what? Our university does a lot for our team. And this is my 6th year as the head basketball coach, and each year we're getting there and we're getting better. But the more exposure that we give the university, the more we let people into what we have. We tell our recruits that we're in the shadows of the Empire State Building, and quite literally we are. We're right across the George Washington Bridge in Teaneck, New Jersey. There's a Hackensack River in between, and on the other side it's Hackensack, New Jersey. We have a campus in Florham. We have a campus in Vancouver. It's a very special and unique place, and now people are finding out about it through our basketball team. Our basketball team is infectious. We have guards that can play, guards that are exciting. We have bigs that work hard and can finish, and we have a team that's just won 15 out of 17 basketball games, and our last loss was on Valentine's Day. So I'm glad tomorrow is not any kind of a holiday that I know about. But it's in answering your question, to be here on this stage, I think does so much. Our president, Chris Capuano, is traveling with us. Our commissioner, Noreen Morris, from the Northeast Conference, is traveling with us. So it's really our, shining moment. But we're not here to shine. We're here to win, and we've won one, and we're going to try to continue to win. And we know we have a tough, formidable opponent, but that's college basketball. And we have to play very hard and very well to be in the game and to win tomorrow. But that's our objective, and that's our goal.
Billy Witz with the New York Times. Greg, does what UMBC did last year, does that sort of hearten the hopes of a 16
I'm sorry,
seed?
I couldn't hear you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry. Does what UMBC did last
Oh,
year,
yeah.
knocking off Virginia,
Yeah.
does that sort of I don't know, add a
It's
bit
weird.
hope?
I know Lane Odom. I know his dad, and he beat us to it. Really, I've always dreamed of it because I know I was a Division II college scholarship athlete, and to be a Division I coach and to get to, I knew if I ever got to the tournament, this is my seat. I wasn't going to be a 4 seed. I'm a 16 seed, and that's what I wanted to do. And right now, we mentioned it once, the seeds to our team, and that's the only time we mentioned it. Right now, we're playing one game against one really good opponent. There's no seeds. I was an assistant at Seton Hall when Ray Allen was at Connecticut, Allen Iverson was at Georgetown, and there were many pros. And you knew when you went into games, you didn't have much of a chance if you didn't have pros. In this day and age, the pros, except for Zion, are all gone. They're gone. So the level of playing field in America in the NCAA tournament it's this. It's not the gap. There's not a it's not a reach. So I think you'll see more of it, and I really believe that. And I'm not predicting that tomorrow night. I don't know. There's a bunch of games going on, but I think the teams are getting closer and closer, and at least I hope.
On that same thing, just from your observations of college basketball, where it's been,
Yep.
where it's going, do you think there's a certain kind of player or kind of team you have to build to win now, or is it?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
That's a great question. Well, when I was a young boy, I used to go to the foul line and start working out. Now the young boys and girls of today go to the three-point line. Even my mother, God rest her soul, when she came to our practices, would try. She was 69 years old, and she was trying to make three-point shots. I said, Ma, start with the layup. And now it's the same thing. Jaleel Jenkins and Darnell Edge are integral parts of this tournament because they can really, really shoot it from three and drive it. And if you have those skilled players, that game will travel. So tomorrow, Gonzaga has those players, but they're bigger. Small is hard to guard. You look at the running back for the New York Football Giants, Saquon Barkley. He's the smallest guy in the NFL, I think, close. He's unguardable. So, and that doesn't mean the Giants are going to win, and they didn't, but he's a problem. And we have problems for Gonzaga. Small is okay. And that's what makes the game great. All the kids are out there. Small, quick, skill. Big, slow, strong. That was my era. Oh, man, they're big. We got no shot. Hey, teams, coaches, and players look at big and slow as bad. And that's a generational thing. And I believe that we're fast. We don't have a slow player. I can't recruit slow. I can't do it. And neither does Mark. But big, I'd rather be big and fast like he is than small and fast, but that's who we are.
I just wanted to follow up on what you had talked about before, just with the talent gap.
Yep.
How would you describe what's the difference in a Gonzaga and a Fairleigh Dickinson right now? I mean, like, if you look at this game tomorrow.
The difference between Gonzaga and us? Just size and strength. They're bigger, and they're stronger, and they're deeper. And that's really, and that doesn't mean all that much to me, but when the ball goes up in the air and you have 260 pounds, and we have 220. It's a numbers game. So I think size and strength will always be a factor, and I think but our strength is, I think, we're long, we're quick, and we're athletic. So therein lies the game. Yeah, yeah. And I think at that level, when if we would have played Duke or Carolina or who's the other one seed? Brian, Virginia, you would see that as that's the norm. And the 16 seeds are probably who we are, quick, fast, athletic. But don't sell us short. You know, Mike Holloway's a 6'8", rebounding, inside-out player. Caleb Bishop is as athletic as anybody in America. And Elijah Williams, kid from Evanston, Illinois, we got lucky to get him. He's like a Mark Aguirre, Chicago guy. He's a load, attacks the rim, big heart, no fear. So that's how I grow up. This is New Jersey. We're from New Jersey, where you got to fight for a parking space. You know what I mean? Nothing is given to you. Out here in Utah, you see the mountains. In New Jersey, you got to pay to see the mountains. You got to drive miles to see mountains. Here, it's equal opportunity fun in New Jersey, and that's okay, because that hard work helped us come back last night.
Coach, you shoot the three ball really well percentage-wise, I think top
Yep.
5. But attempts, I think you're around 290 or something. Is
Right.
that just teams getting after you on the line because they know what can happen there?
That's a great question. We shoot it well, and we don't shoot that many, and that's why we shoot it well, if that makes any sense. We try to go to the basket, and then if you guard that, which tomorrow night they're going to guard, then we kick it, and we step into shots. So we're not coming down looking for threes. Maybe Darnell edge, and we should. But we're driving it, and then we're kicking it, and that's why we don't shoot as many. We led our conference in field goal percentage and three-point field goal percentage, and I think we're third in free throw percentage. And I'll never forget, we have a burgundy and blue intra-squad where all the alums come back, and I put them on the front row, and I call them one of my assistant coaches, because they'll tell you how to coach. And they're like, Coach, who's going to make shots this year? And I'm like, I don't know, but I think, and it's come to fruition that the shooting has been our strength. And I think the strength is we have 2 guards that can go, and that opens it up for people just to step on that line and see it pretty good. But tomorrow, they're going to guard both. That's why they're a number one. That's how they beat Duke. They can guard the basket or protect the basket and guard the line. That's every coach's dream, and Mark's team does that as well as anybody.
Time for 2 more. We'll start here.
Coach, in the wake of your health scare last year, what was the most difficult part about coming back? What did you try and impart to your team during that time?
I think my team imparted more on me. And I said it before, when I was in the hospital, I literally was thinking about my wife and my son were with me, and then I was thinking about my team and how if I'm going to ask them in a TV timeout to really gut it out and give everything you have, that's what I had to do. And I had 104.5 fever with the blood clots, and they didn't know what it was, sepsis. They didn't know why the fever came. And I had to break it. And they put me on a bed of ice, and I went from 104, it was like a timeout, 104, 103, and then as soon as you get to 98 and they take the ice off you, do you know what happens? It shoots back up. And they make another 3-ball. And then you come up, and then you're just, and it takes a lot out of you. And then finally, just one night, gentlemen came in, and I had all these not tubes, but patches and I pulled them off by accident, and he was putting them on me. I'll never forget it. About 3:30 in the morning, and profusely, I just started sweating. I mean, like, scary sweat. I was scared. And he was crying because he's like, Coach, you did it. You did it. You did it. You know, I broke my fever. And it was a very, I'll never forget that moment. And in Methodist Hospital in San Antonio, I have to give credit. Greg Seiler is the president, Seiler. He is a season ticket holder of the San Antonio Spurs. Every morning at 8 in the morning, he was in my room checking on me. he brought the head coach, Carson Cunningham, who's the head coach of Incarnate Word, to my room for a day and stayed with me when I was not in a good place. And the interns, the orderlies, the people that brought the food, the therapists, I was there for 15 days, 8 days in intensive care, and without them, I wouldn't be here. And I just thank, those people, my wife, my son, and so to be here, man. When your question was great. How do you feel? I feel blessed. I really do. I really do.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
That's it. Thank you, everybody.